Anyone enroll the project. But who can decide on the change request? It is. But project manager can approve the change request?
No.
Why? Huh? So now you should understand the difference now. Does project manager really approve the changes or he's taking the changes to the next level?
Next level.
You understand my question? You wanted this class to be changed from instead of 7 to 8. She is raising a request. I want this class, sir, from tomorrow. I think okay. I am just asking her the reason. She is telling, she is representing your team. She is telling, sir, I want these classes to be 8. I'm asking why. You are telling me, sir, because it's very difficult for me to office timings. I couldn't able to manage. So now I think okay, this is good, but still, can I have a decision directly? Why? Then what should I do? Then what I will do next? My job is to take to the next level only. I am not the one who is going to approve or reject. Can I say no to her directly? Can I say no to her directly? Yes. If the changes requests are valid, can a project manager say no or yes directly? Why? Full authority of project manager to decide whether he can. My as a project manager. It is not project manager decision. Your approval and rejection. Hello. Hello.
I think she opened by mistake.
Okay. So now you should know the difference. If she is going to ask some request as a project manager,
half an hour.
Can you do some?
This rough. This headphone good. Headphone.
The participant, and then you up. Yes, second one.
I lost the flow. Where were we? Okay. If somebody is going to ask for changes, okay, from my side, I cannot say no. I cannot say yes also. Who is there to say yes or no?
Decision makers.
Who are the decision makers?
The stakeholders on the spot.
Huh? You call by different names. Okay. I am going to call on a single name called Change Control Board. There is board. Change Control Board. Board. Can I make a decision on this directly for any of this in the project? If this project wanted, this is like a 7 to 9 exam, leave it. Now I'll go for a million dollar changes. Your project requires, because of this to correct, you require $1 million changes now. Now, can a project manager decide on this? No. Why? Next question. There is a board to decide on this approval or rejections. Correct? I go to board. Why should I go to board? Shall I directly go to sponsor? Why? He's a sponsor. Why you cannot have a decision on him from him directly? You understand my question, right? You raise the changes. You leave the 7 to 9 o'clock. It's for your understanding only. Now you think like $1 million changes. You have come to me because of some issue. There is a changes. You have come to me. I am taking this to board. First of all, why should I take it to board? I cannot decide anything on this directly because as a project manager, I do not have that kind of limitations first. That is the reason we have board. Okay. In this board, why should I take it to board instead of sponsor? Huh?
Because we analyze it, the action changes.
Why it should be happening in the board? Why it not be like a sponsor? I am asking.
Sponsor will change, not only the sponsor will affect, right? Everybody will affect. The sponsor will have the.
So everyone should be.
So this is a board, correct? This is a board. Sponsor is one among those board, correct? Your customer is one among the board. Your project manager is one among the board. Maybe a project team representative may be one among the board. Okay. Your procurement manager may be one among the board. Your finance manager one among the board. Your HR may be one among the board. This is called board. Now you tell me why I should take my change request to this board to have the decision approved or rejected. Why it is happening in the board? Why it cannot be with the sponsor or some higher officials?
Sponsor also in the board.
The sponsors.
Everybody has to be aware of the change.
That is the reason. It's not like a sponsor is present in the board. It is everybody should be aware about the changes which are I'm going to discuss. Why everybody should be aware?
Every role is involved with this change.
Very good. I am going to send a request to everyone. Later, because of the changes, will my customer is going to question me? Because I am going to make a decision here in this board. After 2 months, can my customer come and question me or fire me? Why?
He is already the part of the decision.
Were you sleeping on that day? We'll ask the question, right? I was asking this question to you. You didn't do anything. Now, after 2 months, once again, I did so many changes. We asked the question, right? Can your HR manager ask a question here? You're only board member here. If in case HR is not here, okay, your sponsor is already here. Boss, HR was not there. That at all, I don't know. You are there already. It was this in the board. That is the reason every approvals or rejections will happen only in board. Very, 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 very important question. You will have for sure in your exams. Approval and rejections will happen where? First option, sponsor. Second option, with your vice president. Third, change control board. Fourth, anywhere. Okay, anywhere. You will suddenly think, anywhere also it may happen. No, it will not happen. Your approval and rejections will happen only from CCB. And the process which is going to support these changes or approving or rejections, it is going to be your perform integrated change control board. Your question, what is the process which is going to have the change control board active? PCC. What is the place where you are going to have all the approvals and rejections? It is CCB. This CCB will have authority to have all kind of approvals and rejections. Your CCB will have an impact on first option approvals, second rejections, third approvals and rejections, fourth none of the above. Approvals and rejections, and every rejections will happen only from CCB. Every approvals will happen only from CCB. Every approvals and rejections will happen only from CCB. Different scenarios questions. But now you understood what is CCB. You should never forget, and whatever the twist they make, you should know this is what CCB is. And in CCB, who all can be a member? Who all can be member? Your question. Sponsor? No. I give options now. You tell me after this. First one is sponsor. Second one is your vice president. Third one is PM. Fourth one is all the above. Okay. Next. First one is sponsor. Second one is your project manager. Third one is HR. Fourth one is it's company specific. It's organization specific. What is the option? Can I design your company board members? Can you design my board members? All the above or organization specific. Understood? How do you choose the answers? You all understood the reasons why it is? Any doubts? Very important question, CCB. At least 3 questions. At least 3 questions from this. Okay? Please.
That board. It's like everyone should accept that, or maybe someone.
Very good. Next, very good question. If somebody is not accepting, can I have the changes inside?
No.
It should,
Why it's like within everyone that we have changes, so it should no. So if that we should not all people should accept that.
very good. If at all nobody can accept that, then it is going to be a failure. If at all you wanted the changes to have, which is going to cost me 1 million real. Example. Okay. As a sponsor, I am ready. Sorry, I am a PM. As the project manager, I am ready. As a sponsor, he is ready. But customer says, I am not ready. I cannot spend 1 million real boss. Now, will this changes implemented?
No.
Why?
Is it because who accepted or because sponsor accepted?
It is not 1 or 2. It's collective. This is a failure.
Unanimous, like completely or either.
Based on a project. If at all customer says no, it's always no only. Okay. If customer says I want, if project manager says no, and your sponsor says no, if customer says I wanted this changes for sure, will you proceed or not? Understood?
So the decision is always to the customer.
It's not up to customer, it's always also to the customer. Everybody should have a decision, but main role is going to be see, if customer wanted to change, we will do it, right? For sure. So your questions not be asked in this way. Your questions are going to be asked like recommendations, approvals and rejections, and who can be the board members. This way you are going to have. But for your understanding, in your project, it is not all the approvals are going to be selected, or all the changes are going to be accepted. All the changes cannot be accepted also. All the changes cannot be rejected also. It is board decision. If board says no, it is no. If board says yes, it is yes. As a collective decision only.
Can you repeat who can be board members?
All the above. All the above. All the above means anyone. Sponsor. It is organization specific. It's company can decide. Not you will not. I told you it means you will not decide my company board members. My board member may be different. Your board member may be different. Your organization structure may be different. Everything is different. It is organization specific. Okay. Here.
Can we have a break?
Huh? Sorry, madam.
Can we have a break?
Sorry. I lost it. We'll go for a break. She wanted a break for sure. Otherwise, she is going to kill me now. Let us go for a break. 5 minutes, we'll join her. Okay. 5 minutes. 8:23. 8:30. 8:30 we join her. Okay. Other half an hour we just small decision, small things when we discuss. Yeah.
بحرك دمي.
Where you have a customer is notified that it's me. You don't have a customer as part of your.
No, I told you, right? It's up to organization. If at all you want to have, that is the reason I told you. If at all you want this customer to be part of it, also no issues. If you
We
do,
have such scenarios in a normal project execution environment.
we will never have customers.
We never have that.
In my,
Calls for customer being a part of the change.
because it's better, because what we will decide is, see, customer wanted to have some impact in the project, we will first decide, can we able to handle this or not?
Correct. That is the
If
normal.
at all we could able to handle it, then we will give it to customer.
Correct.
If at all customer wanted to be part of it, it's up to them.
Mhm.
So it's up to board to have whomever it is.
Okay, but PMP calls in stating the.
They
customer
say
is
if
part of it.
customer is going to be there, it will be easy for you, so that it will be intimated at the same time.
So it's more of integration.
More of integration. Wherever it's going to be there, its customer is going to get just intimated. He's not going to be decision maker. If customer wanted to get this benefit, he will obviously get it, right?
Yeah.
So it is going to be more of intimation. But here they say, if customer is going to be part of it, it will be easy for you. Because later stages will not have issue. Because he'll, what they say is customers first.
Hmm.
Don't do something on your own.
Sure.
Have this customer first. Then
Thanks.
عندك بس يلا يا ابني بكيف تنور احنا ذكرنا هيك لا نحن ذكرنا مش نحن كنا مسافرين ورجعنا برد ما قدرت انا شايف انا سافرت على كاس العالم انت سافرت بالسعوديه
can we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why we strike out the things whenever we study something?
Just get excited to continue.
No, correct. We should know that how much you have completed. So that you this tip will help you in your exam also. You'll have options to strike in your PMP exam. So if at all you find 4 options, if at all you start striking it one by one, then your mind will never go to this strike options. Then you will arrive to the right answer. Okay. So now this much you have completed. See this reports. Whenever you see something called reports, it is called as, where are we? MNC. If it is going to be like only data, where are we?
Execution.
It's execution. It's only data. If it's a data only, it is going to be an execution. If it is going to be information and the reports, information means the data when it's going to get processed, you'll have some information. This information, with this information, you are going to have some prepare some reports. You are going to be MNC. This reports and information are going to be in MNC. And we studied PACC. What is PMIS?
Project management information system.
Its PMIS means Project Management Information System. What this will do? What this will do? Huh? PMS will help us to take a better decision. Projects Management Information Systems.
Of information about sources.
There is a system. Your computer is like a system, supercomputer. I'm going to have all the information loaded here to push or to check whenever you want it. So that system is called PMIS. So this may be like a group of people. This is a system. You are going to have different systems. Okay, or one supercomputer. So project management information system. That is called PMIS. This will study detailed in your later stages. But now just remember, PMIS means project management information system. Configuration management, change management. This is coming in PACC. Why? What is configuration management? What is change management? What is change management? How are we going to manage the changes? The study, the process. That is called change management. Okay. Why? Where we should have this? MNC. Why? This is the place where you are going to have all the changes approved or rejected. Correct? So now configuration management. What does mean configuration management? What is configuration management? You will have very simple example. Your procurement manager, procurement person is sitting there. Your procurement person is there. He prepared one quote, one quotation. You all understand this language? Quotation. He brings one quotation. Okay. He is going to his manager. He say, this I not accept those. This quote is wrong. Okay. Now, what this procurement manager will do next? Huh? No. Huh? Okay. After this, what he will do? He is going to make a documentation once again, right? He will do it or not? You are procurement manager. You are going to bring me one code. I say this code doesn't suit our company. Rework and come back. I will say this, right? So now what you will do? Once again, you will go and check for all the costs, materials, suppliers. Once again, he is going to give back. So now, when he is going to come back, is he going to have the PDF? First PDF whichever he is brought to me, it is version 1. When he is going to come back to me for the second time, this version will be changed or it's going to be same? How this will be changed? 1.1, 1.2, correct? We have this, right? You have seen this, right? Whenever changes, it is called version It is called configuration. In PMP term, they are telling it's a configuration management. The number of versions we are going to, how are we going to handle the changes by including including in your configurations. Configuration means they are saying different configurations. Next step. That is called configuration management. For you to remember the key for configuration management is version control. Version control is configuration management.
So what again?
Version control. Version control means configuration management. It means multiple terms. What are the two types of actions? Important question for this your exam. What are the two types of actions you can have your changes implemented? I am telling corrective and preventive. Why? What is corrective? What is preventive? What is corrective and what is preventive?
Whatever is already in fault, like we correct that action is corrected, and whatever gonna happen, we will.
Question for you in exam is, what are the two steps by which you can implement your changes? Corrective and preventive. Your question may be, first one is corrective, second one is preventive, third one is corrective and preventive. You will choose corrective and preventive. Okay? Huh? Preventive, corrective and preventive. What are the two types of documents? Business documents you studied? BC and BMP. What are the two types of benefits you have seen? What are the two types of actions you see when you implement changes? Corrective and preventive. These are the different types. And what are the triple constraints? What is baseline called as? What are the other names for this charter? Project charter. What are the other names for the project charter? Authorization document. And
Assignment and commencement.
that is two different actions. High level documents. High level documents is project charter. Detailed document. Detailed document is planning document. Planning document. Brief document. Detailed document. It is planning. Okay. And deliverable. Accepted deliverable. Where are we? Accepted deliverable. Where are we? Huh? Handing over. Correct. Handing over. Closing. And verified. Explicit. Save. Tacit. Cannot be saved. Okay. And the reports, feedbacks, recommendations, status, progress, all those keywords for emergency. That
Can you repeat what is the LCC? No,
only the terms, right?
yes.
Program Integrated Change Control. PICC. Perform Integrated Change Control. Okay. And finally, we have closing. Closing means handing over. It means we are going to hand over this to others. This is what integration management is. You will not go outside this topic at all. If at all you want to study something, okay, just go into slides. Nothing else. Don't go much into this.
So no need to know more about this now.
Yeah. You understand the concept, right? I don't want to make you to study more of books so that you lose everything. You will forget something. Understand the concepts, go for these topics only, then you start getting this. Other than this, if at all something is going to get asked also, you should know the concept. Where I am, what I am, why should I am, all the things you should know. You could able to easily answer. So don't go for more books to lose everything.
So no need to understand each process one by one.
I will take you every process under one by one. That I will show you. But this much is enough. Don't go much deep into this. I told you
We
already.
have only keywords.
See, with the keywords, you know the knowledge, you have a concept, right? That's it. That is enough. Don't go much into this. If you don't, you go deep into this, you'll have more to know that management topics, then you lose everything. Don't go for it. Only the keywords you remember for this, for clearing your PMP exams. Only this much will do. Okay. Now, what we'll do? Here are some questions. Let us go through these questions fast. Okay. Then we will start with the people domain bit. So there will be a heads up for next class. Okay. You should tell me. I will teach you how to select these answers and questions in your PMP exams. Okay. This is just like a trial. Then we go deep. Whenever you see some questions, this is how the questions are going to be. How many questions are going to be online in your exams? How many questions are going to be online questions in your exams? I told you it's 80 online questions. Online questions. Total questions 180. Online questions 80. So all your questions are going to be this way. 80 questions. Okay. Which of the following is not the feature of the project? Okay. Whenever you see these questions like this in your PMP exams, are you going to read the question from this side or this side? Whenever you see some questions in your exams, you read the question and answer, or first the answer and the question.
No question.
Answer and question would actually.
You should change the strategy for PMP. Okay, you're not supposed to read the question first. Never read the question first. When you read the question, you don't know the answer. You will think about all coding process. Okay. Now in this scenario, now read this only options first. And option also, you not read 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead, you will go for 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll tell you why later. But now you start reading this, maybe ongoing and repetitive. First option. Correct? Second, create a unique product and services. Planned, executed, and controlled. Constrained by limited sources. Without reading the question, only by reading the option, what do you understand now? They are going to ask something about, not inside the topic, they are discussing something about project overview, right? Now, what do you think? What all things will run in your mind?
We will stick out.
You will stick only to those overview, process, charts. You will not go deep into this integration management, scope management, MNC, planning, nothing. They are discussing something about maybe ongoing or repetitive. So something like a process, portfolio, project, correct? That's what I think, right? Or maybe creates unique product or services. So something is going to be like a project. So okay, they are going to discuss something about they are going to ask me something about a program, project, or portfolio. You will think only about these three, nothing else. So in this way, if you think, so how much time will take for this question? When you read this itself, you think only about this. This question should be asking to me only. It's going to be like a portfolio, project, or program. So I know project means definitely start and end. Program means there should be some relative something like this. Portfolio means continuous. So let me go to the question now. Correct? Now we will see which of the following is not the feature of the project. Understood? You will select the answer immediately. Read the options, go to question, choose the answer. Clear? If you think only about this, which of the features is following, which of the following is not a feature of the project, they may ask anything. So I should think about everything now. So what you will get panic. You will not even have a mood to answer this, read these 4 options. I don't know what is going to happen now. Maybe all the questions are going to be in this way. First, read answers. And you are supposed to read from 4, 3, 2, 1. Because when you start reading from this 1, 2, 3, 4, your mind will say, let us not go to this fourth option first. I think first only looks correct. But when you start from 4, there may be a first question, there may be a chance to have this first question also right, first option also right. Let me go for 4 options, all the 4 options first. So you will not read all the 4 options, you will not read all the 4 options when you go from top to bottom. You will have all the options read out only from bottom to top. And this bottom to top, top to bottom will have a good concept after this schedule, all the things that we will study. But always bottom to top is a good scenario for you to pick the answer in your exams. Okay, don't go for question and answer, go for always answer to question. Clear? This is how you are going to study, you are going to follow till you are going to be a PMP. No changes in this. But don't try all these methods in front of sitting in your examination hall. You should have practice. Till this time we studied only from question to answer, right? All these years we studied question and answer, question and answer, question and answer. Suddenly, if at all you want to change, you should have some practice. But this practice is very good. Once you believe me, once you start reading this way, after this, whichever exam you take, not only this PMP, whichever exam you take, you'll start reading from question to answer to question. You will find the better things of this. This all small tips, sir. You'll find it good. So next question we will go, you'll understand. Now, only when you read these options, what do you understand? Only when you read the option, what do you understand? Something they are going to ask about project manager responsibility, conflict resolution. Correct? Conflict resolution, documentation, replanning. There is going to be some activity which may be or may not be related to project manager. That is how they are going to ask. That's how you understood, right? So now we go to question. Does project manager involve in documentation? Does project manager involve in documentation? He is going to involve in documentation. That's what answers. You will be involved in this. You will be involved in this. Yes. You will be involved in this. Yes. You will be involved in this. So the one which he will not involve or spend least time is. So this is how you will strike in your exam. You will have options in your PMP to strike also, but you will not waste your time in striking. You are going to strike this in your mind. I will not see this. I will not go back to this fourth option hereafter. I will not go back to this third option hereafter. I will not go back to this first option hereafter. Since because I will not go back to this 4, 3 and 1, my answer is second. You will not choose the right answer. You will choose the wrong answer in your exam. Because when you want to choose the wrong answer, you should know 3 concepts. If you want to know the right answer, you should know only one concept. So which is better? You should know the concept. So you always go for the wrong answers. Clear? Is this helpful to you?
No.
Yes. You should always choose the wrong answer in your PMP exam. You are not going to, because if you keep on selecting, if you keep on selecting, search for the right answer, you will keep on searching it. Maybe this also right, maybe this also right, maybe, but if you start eliminating it, this cannot be, this cannot be, this cannot be. So since this all cannot be, this should. Yeah.
You say documentation and replanning is not correct. We are going for documentation.
Sorry.
Both the item is documentation and replanning. Again, we are going for documentation.
Okay. This is cancelled for sure. This is cancelled for sure. You have confusion between these two. Correct? Out of these two, which can be best answer for this? Out of these two, which can be best answer?
Yes, replanning is part of job.
Out of these two, which can be better? You will not choose the right answer. You will always choose the best answer for your exams. Understood? This is why you will have confusion. With the right scenario, you will have in your exam. Maybe this right, maybe this right. So now I cancel this. So my question is only between these two. Out of these two, which can be the better answer? This may or may not be, but this cannot be at all. That's why we will come to. Done? Can you tell me? So now don't read the question on this thing. Just see this. Matrix function, show something or is your structure. Correct? So now read the question. Project manager least power in the organization structure. Where? Simple. Very simple. That's how it is. This one? Not this. From here. Yeah, first one because already given there, but I just want to know why it is first one. One more thing I'll tell you in your exam. Okay. Now before going to this, one more thing I'll tell you. In your exam, your questions are going to be asked in this way. Okay. One line, space, last line, and 4 options. This will not be given, huh? This will be given. Every 180 questions are going to be this way. So you read this first. Okay. And this next. And then this. Why you should read this?
What are the problems?
As what is the key here in this question? First. That is the key. As a project manager, what should I do first in this scenario? There may be one more option. As a project manager, what is the best option? Best option is different. First option is different. Immediate is different. Better is different. Immediate means immediately will do. Better means you will analyze all the things, then you will do best. So now for this, do sizing and communicating to customer. Do sizing for the changes or opening up a change control. Communicate the changes to management to get their inputs. Talk with the team members to understand the implication of the changes. What do you understand from this without reading this? Something they are going to discuss about some changes. You will think about change control board, correct? You will think about PICC, integrated change control, and approvals, rejections, or configuration management, change management. Okay, I am going to get answer only from this. So your thinking will be limited only to these 5-6 topics, not complete PMP. Correct? You will start thinking only about this. Okay, let me go to the question now. So now, what we should do first? It is not best. Immediately, what you will do? So now, related to changes, whenever you are going to get an answer, immediately what you will do? Correct? That is what they are going to ask you. So now, a customer informed you that is preferable to make a change. So it means customer is going to ask some changes to you. Customer is asking me to have a changes in this project. So now they are asking what you will do as a first thing. First thing, what you will do? If at all there is an analyze option, which you will do first? No. If at all there is an analyze option, that is the first option. And one more important key for you in exam is whenever you see something called analyze, evaluate, okay, don't even read the question. Don't even read any option. Directly go and check this, fix this, analyze, and just go to next question. You will have at least 5 questions related to analyze, evaluate. As a PMP person, as a project manager, your first job is to analyze anything. You will not take any decision as it is. You are not supposed to take any decision. Analyze means you are going to take it first. You will directly select the answer. You will not wait for reading the questions and all. You will save the time for next question. Analyze means that is the answer. Okay. So here in this question, what they are asking, if customer wanted to have a change request, if customer is raising a change request, what you do first? Do sizing for the change and communicate. Do sizing for the change and communicate to customer. Means they are telling you are doing some changes internally. When customer is asking for some changes, immediately you are reacting it. Okay. This is one option. Can we have this? Why? Till now you don't know what is going to be the other option, so now you are not going to select it. We are just keeping it. Open up the change control. Immediately, what is this? What does this mean? After checking with the customer, immediately I'm going to react. I'm going to open a change control. Third option is communicate the changes to change management and to get the inputs. You discuss with some higher managements or something like board. This is what this says.
How to team members understand the implication.
If customer is asking for some changes, I'm going to team come here. Customer is asking some changes. Okay. If at all we are going to do this, what are things may impact? What are things may not impact? Come. Can we discuss? This is what we should do, right? As a project manager, you will not do what you will do. Immediately will implement the changes.
The board, because they need to be informed.
Huh?
The project manager needs to communicate with the board or with the higher management for him to be.
Very good option. So now do we have this option here? If at all you want to go to board, you will directly go to board.
Not the board, they need the higher management.
If at all you want to go to higher management, you will directly go to higher management.
Understand.
If at all you want to go to board, you will directly go to board, or you will get the things proper, then you will go to board.
You should have.
If customer wanted some changes in any project,
There's an option.
first thing you will analyze, right? First thing you should know. And next general scenario. Okay. If in a project, who knows the things better? Project manager, project team. I doesn't know anything happening in the field as a project manager. So customer, if at all he wanted some changes, first thing I should know, can my team do this or not? Correct. So now I have to sit with the team first. If in case, so this is like analyze first, then you go to customer, then you go to board. Always analyze first before going anywhere. So these are like sample questions. So these questions are justified now for you. The answers, the options, whichever you see here, do you feel that yes, this options are right for this question? If at all these explanations are not here, still can you select the options in this way? When you read the questions, now you may take at least 15 minutes to understand one question. But at least after 15 minutes also, you could have to understand the questions, right? You could have that confidence now. You scored 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
You scored 4 out of 4 now. So out of 120, you scored 4 marks now. Clear? By the end of this PMP exams, you will score 120 out of 120. Clear? So now 4 marks you scored out of 120, and next with this topics, you will score other 6 more. Would have scored other 6 or 10 more. So now you are in hands with 15 marks. Still, how much is left out? Out of 120, you scored 15 marks now. How much is left out? You need to prepare only for 105. Your PMP exam is only this much, nothing else. Easy? Confident? You should be confident. Okay? Please.
Certification oriented. should also make you project, even if they're not going to do the PMI not, it's still a PMP.
Okay.
So we know, we should detail basics, concepts, reading the concepts.
No, concepts you understood or not? This is a concept, sir. No, anything to be changed, just tell me. No, I'm just asking.
And I, the feeling that we are focusing on answers, these are question and answer.
Exactly, PMP exams.
If you know the concept, then I think we can easily clear
These are the concepts, the examples, which will be useful for you to clear the exam, and you will implement in your office also. If at all somebody is going to give you some document, you will, after this, you'll ask them, right? It is, you will think about this, right? It is a, for sure, you will think whether this is a high level document or a detailed document. This is how you will implement it. Okay, and for sure, you know what kind of register it is. It's a risk register. And here after somebody is going to ask why we should talk about all the risk. Now you will know that why we should talk about the risk here. These are the concepts. Concepts you will implement. Okay. If you give me other, already 9 o'clock. Should we close today? Should we close? I want to start at least as a people domain. Okay. I'll just give a brush up for 5 minutes. Next topic is we are going to study about people domain. Okay. What is people domain? What are things we can do in the people domain?